So it's Saturday night. I'm getting packed up for a trip down the Saugeen River. 2 bags, PFDs. It's basically your standard 2-day camping trip. The only difference is everything needs to be packed so that it can get soaking wet. Because we're going on kayaks, they're sit on top kayaks. There's really nowhere to store anything. So it's all going to be strapped to the deck of the kayak. And with any luck, we get where we're going without sinking. This is amazing.
Oh, so calm.
We're basically chasing, there's a pair of blue herons over there. We're basically chasing them down the river. There's 2 of them.
Beautiful day.
I think I'm trimmed by the head a little bit. It seems to be it wants to send me down the river backwards.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, we'll get where we're going. Don't know how far we've gone. We'll take a break in a few minutes and see where we are. Well, we made it to the first island. It's maybe been 5 minutes since I talked to you last. How was it, Dylan?
Oh, beautiful.
Awesome. We made it. Somehow we didn't fall out of the boats beaching them here. It was looking pretty sketchy for a minute. Dylan almost went down the river. But, all right, we're going to figure out where we're at. Man, we just went through a section that was like rapids after rapids, and I'm just soaked through. But I mean, I think they're class 1 or class 2 probably. No, I guess. Behind Dylan, there is like the most epic display of birds flying in and out of these holes. What do you think, Dylan?
Oh, I'm thinking that was intense.
That was pretty intense. There's some pretty big rocks, eh?
8 out of 10. That's so awesome, though, eh?
There are birds galore in this little valley, and I mean, it's huge. It's a huge, like, clay cliff.
Could you imagine climbing that?
I don't want to, man. That looks spooky. Like, that's crazy. It's huge. And this is the rapids we're looking at. We got to go down that. We got out of the boats because, well, we can't see around the corner. So we're going to go for it, and we're going to get soaking wet. We're going to go slow, right, Dylan? Very slow. Okay. So we're just getting packed up again here. That first section was about 14.5 kilometers. Back up that way. And there's rapids there. I'd say the worst rapid we saw was like, okay, yeah, this is rapid. And lots of current. Like, it pushes you around a lot. I did a lot of spinning in circles, but it's my first river, so it's okay. Anyway, we're just about to get back in the boats, and we'll see it. So we made it to Saugeen River access number 7. It's about 1 o'clock. We left access point number 6 at about noon, so it took us about an hour to do this one. So it's about twice as fast as they say it's going to be. And yeah, so we're up here at the access point. Lots of people on the river, downriver of us. So from here on, we might actually see some people. And yeah, we're going along. One more access point, and then after that is our campsite. So we're getting close. Access point number 7. You see Thorncrest Outfitters has been here. They've got some boats here ready to go. I don't know whether they're picking them up or dropping them off, but it doesn't really matter. That last section between 6 and 7, that last section was, there wasn't really anything by way of rapids. I'd say it was all just kind of swifty stuff. It pushed you along pretty good. We managed to do the 6.5 kilometers in about an hour, so we were moving along pretty good. From here, we're doing another 8.5 kilometers. It says it's going to take 3 hours. I suspect we'll be a little quicker, but it looks like the topography gets a little more steep, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, back on the river we go. See you at the next access point. Oh, speaking of rapids, nice. So we've had a bit of a catastrophe here on the river. We're at access point number 8 now. So we got about, I don't know, 500 yards to a kilometer to the campsite. About that. The only problem is we realized that Dylan and I forgot the truck key in the Forester in Walkerton. So when we get to Southampton, we've got a truck waiting for us, but no way to drive it. So we're calling Katrina, we're calling my wife, and we're trying to get a rescue. And with any luck, she can sort this out for us. One way or another, though.
Crossing fingers.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'm sure it'll work out. So there wasn't really anything too notable about the last section. It was really flat, very flat, lots of paddling. My arms hurt. It's a good thing the campsite's just around the corner. So we just arrived at Mcbeath Campground. We're here at site number 5. There's 8 sites here. There's a few over there. You can see another sign for one there. Vault toilets. It's quite literally just like an outhouse. Garbage and recycling. Fire pits, fire rings. And then over here is where we came ashore. It's a little steep, but we're gonna look for a campsite with some trees maybe and string up a tarp and start camping. What do you think?
Hell yeah, we're gonna do it.
All right, let's do it. It's the morning of day 2 and it's a bit chilly today. Slept pretty good. There's some machine in a farmer's field over the forest there. It just was screaming away. Like, I don't know if it was a sprayer or what, but it made more noise than anything. It's crazy. We're already late. We sort of said 5 a.m. to get on the water, but it's probably 5:30 now. And it's just really cold. I don't really want to be on the water when it's cold like this, but we're gonna start getting packed up soon and we're gonna hit the water. So the facilities here at Mcbeath, it's some 2 basically privy toilets. It's pretty gnarly in there, but it does the job. Then they've got handy trash receptacles, which actually means that like this campsite's actually pretty clean because they've got these here. People are pretty good putting their garbage away. And then every campsite came with a little pile of firewood, which was excellent and super handy. Good spot, Dylan?
It was a great spot, great sleep, great night.
A little chilly this morning, but it was good. All right, we're leaving. Saugeen River access number 10. Last section went through Paisley. I stopped to get an elevation at takeout 9 Bravo, 9B, and so that elevation will go to see just how steep these sections are. I've been taking elevations at pretty much every stop we've got to. And yeah, that's the road leaving Paisley there. So we just did these swifts and we're getting ready to carry on to number 11. Looks like it's going to be 6 kilometers, supposed to take an hour. And then the following one is 3 kilometers, and that's also supposed to take an hour. So I suspect the next section is going to be kind of quick, but we'll see. So we've been on the water since 7 a.m. when we left Mcbeath Conservation Area. And now we're at Saugeen Bluffs Conservation Area. And it's about 10:30, so we've been on the water for 3.5 hours already. And I'm not sure exactly how far we've come. We're going to find the sign. We'll find the sign that shows us where we are and do a little update. So apparently you can camp here as well, but you have to hike up to the gatehouse to get your permits. And I think right down here by the water are where the campsites are. So let's have a look. Yeah, this looks like a good spot. Cool. Oh, it's buggy. Alright, I'm gonna go find Dylan. I think he's up finding the sign. Well, we found the sign. And there's us. And we went through Paisley. We started in the Mcbeath Conservation Area. But Dylan, How many more hours, according to this sign, do we have to paddle?
8 more hours to paddle.
8 more hours. What time does that put us at? It's 10:30 now. 8 hours. That's like 6 o'clock in the... Jeez, it's gonna be full like 12-hour day of paddling. Is there any time to eat in that time? Probably.
We're gonna find a place to eat.
I'm gonna make time to eat. Okay, cool. Okay, so Saugeen River trip, access point number 15. We finally made it down here to Denny's Dam. We made it all the way to the end. That's 75 kilometers down the Saugeen River in a couple of Pelican kayaks. That's hilarious. My boat had a lot of water in it, like a lot. I was starting to get a funny lean going on there. And, yeah, it was all I could do to pull it out of the water. So I drained her, and she's probably 30 pounds lighter now. But these boats made it 75 kilometers down the Saugeen River. They're no worse for wear. They seem to be holding up, and I can't believe we made that. That was a heck of a trip. I'm tired. I need a cheeseburger. Okay, goodbye. All right, so we finished the river. We finished the river yesterday, and I realized I didn't take much footage of the second half after we camped, mostly because it was so slow and we were just so tired. We just kept moving along. The river really flattens out after Mcbeath. There is one quick section after Saugeen Bluffs Conservation Area, and it's pretty quick there. But other than that, the real steep section is Walkerton, so that's access point number 5 at Lobbies Park, and that goes to access point number 6 outside of Walkerton. That's a 14-kilometer section, and that's the fast one. So if you want to go and have a fast ride, that's where to go. Other than that, I mean, it was just a long, slow paddle. We only really got stuck once, but I think that wasn't because of the water levels. It was more because I'm an amateur on a river and didn't really know how to read the river. But I wouldn't want there to be any less water because some of those rocks are pretty shallow as it was. And we were doing this at the end of May, so May 28th, 29th we did this. Later in the season the water levels will probably drop, and earlier in the season they might be a little bit higher. So I don't really know. I think we sort of hit it at the perfect time. End of May, early June is probably the perfect time to hit this river. And yeah, we had an awesome time. So I hope you enjoyed the video.